We've had some unusual, inexplicable experiences at our home, which is better than 100 years old in Pennsylvania. In the 3.5 years we've lived there now.
In that house, yeah.
Yeah. There's no doubt that these things have occurred. You can't deny what takes place right in front of your eyes, or what you both hear at the same time. Voices, disembodied voices, and a piece of furniture lifting up and falling down on the floor. A chair that sits on all four legs being lifted up several inches and then just dropped to the floor. And this has happened twice, but it's happened twice in 3.5 or 4 years.
But
4 years now.
this month will be 4 years.
So, you can't deny these things happen. But what's causing it? Are these spirits of people who've passed on, or people that are deceased, or what is it? What is it? You know, even if you don't believe in ghosts, you don't have to believe in ghosts. When you see something happen in front of your eyes, doesn't mean it was a ghost, but then what was it? Well, we decided we want to try to learn and experience a bit more and see what we can find out for ourselves. And so this weekend, we are going with some friends to investigate one of the most haunted locations in Pennsylvania, the Cashtown Inn. We are here at the Cashtown Inn. It's pretty impressive already. This place is awesome.
Except for the creepy guy in the gym workout shorts. Alright, yeah, their key's right here. Sitting inside.
Awesome. We're waiting for Rob and Cherie yet. This place is really, really, really cool. We're in room 7, and Rob and Cherie are in room 6, which it just happens to be that that's the same room Jason Hall stayed in when the ghost hunters were here, that you can see in the related episode. And he had quite a few experiences throughout the evening. This is our room, and it's adjacent. Well, it's not adjacent, but it shares a hallway that's adjacent. This is Major General R.H. Anderson. This is our room. And this hallway, now the first time I went through this hallway, I didn't really see anything. Nothing about the place felt creepy to me at all, ever. But a couple other times I went back and forth through this hallway, I could have sworn I saw something. Even it was still daylight out, I thought I saw something near a curtain. Between a curtain and a door that I guess goes into the kitchen of the original building. And I don't know, it was like weird. First I thought it was my eyes, but I made another trip through there. I thought I saw it again. It was just like some motion, like something. I couldn't really make it out. So I got the flare, whatever, because we had one which I borrowed from Todd, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I looked at it, and I actually could see, I got a capture of it, screen capture, or a picture, but I could see something moving, and it moved. It didn't like just stand there. It kind of moved. It swung its arms along, and it moved, and it was short. It wasn't like very tall, but it looked like a head, and seeing it move, it really looked like it much more dramatically. It looked like a head and shoulders and a neck and arms, but unfortunately, it's the first time me using this device, being unfamiliar with it. I didn't know how to take a video on the fly like that. I should have, to tell you the truth, never expected something like that to happen that early on. I should have familiarized myself with the piece of equipment much sooner. But I didn't know how to take a picture with it. That was easy, just pull the trigger, shoot and pull the trigger. So I did get a picture. So what I'm going to insert here in this video, you're going to see are that picture, that frame. You know, if I had gotten it, a video of it, it'd been much more dramatic and much more convincing, I guess. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just saying this is what it is. You can see from the surrounding around it, there's nothing, it doesn't fit, doesn't even belong there. It's just hanging there in space. If you could have seen it moving though, then it would be really bizarre and difficult to explain away. But it's a thermal picture, and the 3 shots I'll show you are with different filters that I tried to use just to enhance it, just to bring out a greater contrast so you could actually make out the silhouette of it because it was in motion. You know, make of it what you will. Which is a Major General William D. Pender room. I don't know if you can see that. So this is their room. So let's just sit here for a minute. Cherie is very sensitive, so it'll be interesting to see what she hears in this room, or what she might sense in this room. So, is there anyone here? If there is anyone, any spirit in this room, can you knock? Can you make a noise to let me know you're here? Can you say something? It's early, we just got here. We're gonna go out to eat. And then we'll come back and it'll be dark. And I think that was Valerie. Did you just knock on the wall? Yeah. Okay, that was Val. Cashtown Inn, 1797. A lot of history about this place. 2 nights, 4 people, Guerrilla with a cause, beautiful October air, ghost hunting equipment. What could go wrong?
have just listened to you in the first place, I never would have bought that stupid ring.
Oh. Every mistake you've made, I've made, and then some. I sold off heifers I should have kept. Had bulls die on my watch.
Now, none of these sounds were actually heard as they occurred that night. And I'm not trying to stand here and pretend this is some kind of huge, amazing, paranormal event or evidence or whatever. I'm just presenting what happened as it happened. And in this instance, both Rob and Cherie did not hear these noises when they occurred. So I don't know, does that mean they were not audible, but they were somehow recorded? Or they were audible, maybe they were asleep or fallen asleep or dozed off even before they shut the television off, and maybe they woke up later and turned it off. I don't know. But I do know that it is a fact that the next day, the only thing they reported unusual that happened that they were aware of then was that their door was unlocked. It was locked when they went to bed and went to sleep, and it was unlocked when they got up in the morning. Well, we're at the Cashtown Inn. We've been here one night so far. This is our second night, midway into it, I guess. It's still kind of early. So far, it's a strikeout. I mean, it's been fun. It's very interesting. It's a cool place. Definitely had a lot of fun, but
Questionable things might, but we
yeah,
don't
there's
know.
some questionable things, but as famously haunted as the Cashtown Inn is supposed to be, and all of the different investigative teams that have been on television on almost every network, and all the evidence that they've caught here, we've caught really nothing.
It's been quiet.
I mean, we have a bunch of stuff to review yet. You know, there was footage overnight, cameras running, all this other stuff. So we really won't know. You'll know, like in a couple minutes by the end of this video, you'll know that if you're watching it. But right now, we're thinking we don't have much. The only thing that happened when Val and I first got in bed, we're in room 6.
7.
We're in room
Seven, I'm
7.
at 6.
Right, and Rob and Cherie are in room
6.
6. And 6 is supposed to be, that's where Jason Halls spent the night, and he was up and down all night. So I wonder if that's real credible. I'm not so sure. But anyway, if it is, then their room should be more active if you know, the two. But there are a lot of storied specters that are seen around here. One named Tom, and I'll explain about that later, who he was or is or purportedly. Anyway, last night when Val and I first went to bed, I thought something absolutely pulled the cover, the quilt, off of me part way. When we first laid down, wasn't even nowhere near asleep yet, just laying down, getting comfortable. And I didn't know, I figured that's a precursor to a whole lot more to come, so I didn't want to upset Val by telling her. So I kind of just took it, under advisement and just waited to see what else happened. And nothing really else happened. We heard a few noises through the night, but we heard some noises. Val thought she heard a light switch click back and forth twice, right, so far?
My door was unlocked.
No, I heard that once.
Oh, and your door, Cherie's door unlocked. If they actually had locked it and it unlocked, that's
You
pretty
checked it.
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting.
Is your door locked?
So I don't know, but I was hoping we would get some EVPs, or something like that, or something on camera or thermal. But we'll see. The night's young, things could kick off or not. But either way, I'm going to give you an honest glimpse into how the weekend went. So. can speak into the device Valerie is holding. You can speak into the device that's sitting in front of me on that stand. If you walk in front of the device I'm holding, I might even be able to see you. This is the rest of taverns up there, Cashtown Tavern and Hotel. But the add-on over here, where we stayed, is right there. So it's kind of cool because you can walk over here and, like I said, if there's like a bunch of you, or several of you, you can bunk up in 2 rooms. You know, each room has a fold-out couch, and it has the bed. But here's where Rob and Cherie, this is their room. And then we have this private porch, which is really cool. So you can sit out here together, and kind of away from everybody else. It's kind of cool. And then the other room where Val and I stayed, down there. Pretty neat. Want to go to the Ugly Mug, get one last coffee? All right. If you need a good cup of coffee in Gettysburg, we found this place, the Ugly Mug, and their coffee is off the hook. Everybody here agrees. What do you think their coffee's like, Cherie? Ugly Mug, you like the coffee?
Love their coffee. Is it rock?
Loves the coffee. What do you think the coffee's like, Rob? You look wide awake already this morning.
It's delicious.
I didn't video inside because it's a bunch of liberals and I don't want to shake them all up, but they do have the best coffee in Gettysburg. Ugly Mug Cafe. Best coffee in Gettysburg.